spot that I remember this was The Athletic. So we'll just credit The Athletic here. His writing in The Athletic was that AJ Preller, his top priority is a right-handed reliever. And not just a right-handed reliever, but a shutdown right-handed reliever is the Padres' top priority. AJ Preller's top priority. So I think of that and I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, you add a reliever to a bullpen that includes Suarez, Estrada, and then there's guys that can perform. Morhone can perform. Wandy can perform. I know today was not great, but he can perform. Yuki Matsui, he had 7 good outings before he crapped the bed the last 2 outings, right? Or the Angels start. He's been pretty good, I think, the last couple, but the Royals start or the Royals outing, the Angels outing. There's talent in the pen, but you add to that, and then in the postseason when you might need 3 starters for a short series, not 4, you add Michael King or someone like that to the bullpen. Now we're talking. And so you can never have enough pitching, obviously. As Jesse Agler told me, he was my first interview that I had on the show. You can never have enough arms. And so, yeah, I'd be up for it, but I just wonder who that would be. Garrett Crochet, is that what we're talking about? Like a Garrett Crochet type where Crochet's a starter, but he was a reliever before this year. He's probably going to have an innings limit at some point. So would the Padres acquire him, make him a reliever, and then make him back into a starter next year? Michael Kopech, he is out there. And he is someone that has the fastball. He doesn't have the most encouraging numbers this year, but it's an intriguing arm. We have heard of the name of Michael Kopech, obviously. And I don't feel like he's totally reached his full potential with the White Sox. At least I thought he was going to be talked about all the time, and I haven't heard him being talked about all the time. And injuries, I think, have played a part in that. I just wonder who that is going to be. Contenders, or excuse me, non-contending teams. It feels like those teams, they always have a reliever out there where it's like, yeah, makes sense. But right-handed reliever, who would that be? I think with the Mets, if they don't think they're contending, Adam Ottavino, I think, would be out there. I'm just trying to think of some names that might fit the Padres, but right-handed reliever, top priority for AJ. I think that's fine because with the rotation, I feel like if you want Luzardo, it's going to cost a lot. And the Padres, they don't want to give up Salas. They don't want to give up DeVries. If you want Crochet as a starter, it's going to cost a lot. You want Luis Robert Jr. from the White Sox, it's going to cost a lot. They're wanting like a Soto trade package for him. It's going to cost a lot. So if you want to upgrade your team without having to give up top guys, maybe a reliever would be that you could accomplish that. Because the Padres have given up a lot of that top-end talent that other teams want. I'm not saying that they don't want other talent in the Padres farm system that the Padres would be willing to give up, but for what names, I guess, is the question. And you look at the rotation, you paid Musgrove, you paid Darvish, right? You got King, you got Cease. You already made a big ad with Dylan Cease, you know? So you have some depth. You have Waldron, who's outperforming expectations. Maybe the Padres, I would expect the Padres to add an arm, but I don't know if it's going to be Crochet. I don't know if it's going to be Luzardo, right? I feel like, though, you're just going to have to live with what happens with your rotation. You brought in guys to be impactful guys for your rotation. Let's see what happens. And then with your bats, this is who it is too. You already made a big trade for Luis Ariz. And this team, it's not a big power team. Tatis can add to that. Merrill can pop one. Higgy can pop one. He has 4 home runs, I think, this month. So that's cool. Manny, hopefully he can get the power back. But like, this is who this team is. It's a line drive team, put together rallies. There's talent on this offense. We know there's talent. With Profar, with Tatis. We know Manny's talented. Obviously. You know, Merrill. There's a lot of talent that's on this team. Bogarts, we'll see what happens when he gets back. Hopefully he can get back and he'll be healthy. Ha-Sung Kim, I think he's been doing better as of late. So you go around the diamond, there's talent, but it's just, obviously, Crony, he's been big this year as well. There's talent on this team. And then you add the depth with Solano, with Peralta. I just feel like the Padres are okay with Now, Preller's, I guess, never okay, so I probably shouldn't say that, but hopefully you get my point. They're more okay with the lineup, the depth they have offensively than maybe the bullpen, because the bullpen has been shaky at times this year, you know? And with the rotation, made a big move already with the rotation. Made a big move already with the lineup. Bullpen, not so much, right? So I think that's where I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Justify top priority being right-handed reliever. Shutdown right-handed reliever. Now, AJ, I think he can have multiple top priorities. I don't think it's like we're only trying to go get a right-handed shutdown reliever. No, this guy doesn't sleep much. If he's not playing pickup basketball, he is focused on making this team better. He's baseball, 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 baseball. So I don't expect it to just be one right-handed reliever. I expect it to be hopefully another bat, one bat. I don't know how much they need that bat, but probably they're going to be searching for one power bat. Might not be a huge name, but a power one that they acquire and we're like, oh yeah, known for power. Power bat, another starter because AJ, I mean, he just always looks to add. And then yeah, a reliever. I don't know if they're going to get all three, but it does make sense why the top, if there is a top priority for AJ, number one, it does make sense why it would be a reliever in that pen. There are lefties. There's Morahone. There's Yuki. There's Wandy. To get a righty in, another righty in there, I think would help this Padres team.